Welcome everybody. Welcome back down to the basement. Once again, I'm going to do another QR2 installation for you. This is Drawers. You're with www.simgear.club. All right, so this is going to be a much shorter video than the previous two regarding these two wheels. I'm actually moving QR2s around. I switched my QR2 light back to my GT steering wheel Pro. So let's take a look at that. I like that one. When you're using this light model, it's a lot easier to do installations with wheels that have an inward bolt as opposed to this CSL Hub that has an outward with a nut. So that's why I've gone ahead and decided to make this video where I'll install this QR2 wheel side black to this CSL Hub. So let's get started with that. Most of the tools are provided that you're going to need from Fanatec, except for that 8mm or 5/16 is what they're calling it in America these days. So you got to open your QR2. Ooh, I made a funny there. Get all your parts out that you're going to need. For this abbreviated installation, since I already did half of this already, you can see here, I can just go ahead and take this cap off. And I've already exposed the striker pad that's got to be replaced with the CSL Hub. Also the GT steering wheel, you do not replace the screws. So the idea of replacing the screws that come in the kit is if you're using a podium hub or, say some of the other wheels that have a really pronounced cap on them. If you don't replace them, it will stay above this striker pad and you will not make a good connection on your wheel and it might pop off probably, so who knows. So anyway, we're not going to need any of this stuff because like I said, we've already done an abbreviated installation or done some of the work prior to this video. So go ahead and top that off, get that out of the way. Previous video, I said, oh, there's no top and no bottom. There is. This is the top with the smaller indent. And this is the bottom with the larger indent. You can also see in the front here, it's got a more rounded edge and it's got a longer, more square edge there. So get all our hardware rolling here. Like I said, this is going to be a really quick installation. It's going to be more about talking about why I'm making this change. I'll show you why here as soon as I get all this hardware off. I made this change because just an ease of operation thing. You know, if you're switching over to all this stuff, there's ways to, learn how to do things by sharing with other users. And that's what we're doing here today. Okay, so I've got all our hardware separated out of the way. Like I said, really easy. Just make sure everything's clear. Once you get your striker installation done, you've probably seen that from other videos, hopefully from the video that's tagged into the bottom of the last one or this one, you'll be able to go and look at that. We got a bunch of them, but like I said, it's just that easy. Make sure you replace your washers on top, not on the bottom. If you leave them there on the bottom or something, like I had them there because you're trying to be cool, you will make a mistake and your wheel will not connect. Most mistakes these days are armchair to interface issues. So that means the user's not interpreting the instructions correctly or something like that. Or the instructions are sparse and are not disseminating the information correctly because they've not been properly translated. Not the case here with Fanatec. It's mostly pictures. They've been at this a while, so they've got it covered. So there is a torque spec on these that they give you. I'm just going to go ahead and do it to the best of my ability. And another thing that made this more challenging with the light is when I was putting it on to get the wrench in there through all the finning and stuff like that, total pain in the butt. So this is a much cleaner installation. It looks nicer. So like I said, I'm going to just put them down like hand tight all the way around. I'm going to do it in a counter pattern, so I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to cross, and then go to the other. Just like this here. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Make sure you hand tighten, like, you know, with your finger first, so that way you don't cross thread. If you cross thread these, that'll be not good. All right, pro level tip here. You see these nuts? Do you see these washers? It's very important those washers go underneath those nuts, because if you don't, once you get this nut below this ridge here, you'll not be able to tighten it anymore. So, like I said, we're going to counter tighten these just like you would a wheel on your car. Make sure you get a nice even disbursement of the pressure for this and your stub. Make sure you check out all our videos regarding our QR2 C installation on our GT-DD Pro. Soon we'll be doing our QR2M. We just got a lot of stuff going on here lately. It is autumn, so lots of cool stuff going on in sim racing that we've been checking out and trying to stay on top of. And do this cool quality Fanatec content too. So if you like this stuff, like I said, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Twitch. We used to be on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. We don't care about that anymore. Too weird. But if you're needing this stuff, make sure you use our affiliate link, www.simgear.club. If you like this cool desk mat, links in the descriptions for all that stuff. Support the channel. We just try and show racing like old people do it. Nice and slow. Anyway, that's that with this. Let's go ahead and do an install on the wheelbase. Because with this wrench, I could sit here and torque on this little plastic thing and these brass bushing inlets for hours until I feel they're tight, but I feel it's tight now, so finger tight. It's pretty much what you're doing here with this. And if, you know, run it for a little bit, you'll know if it's loose, obviously. And then just check them every now and again to make sure that you're staying on top of that stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at inserting it onto our QR2C and give you that quality end to this video. All right, here we are in our Wheel Stand Pro with seat attachment with our Corbo seat. It's the FX1 Pro model. And I'm going to give you another demonstration for a job well done for doing these QR2s. Here's our QR2 light attached to our Wheel Stand Pro and our GT-DD Pro. And here's the new CSL Hub with our, well, not new, but new to this video, with a wheel side black attached. That's that. Go ahead and see if it fires up. Right, I got USB connection here. It says it's doing something, so everything seems to be okay. Nice thing about the wheel side blacks is you can one-hand them. You can't one-hand the light. We will have QR2M and QR2 Pro content here, probably by the end of the week. Like I said, like us, share. If you like any of this cool stuff, like these mouse pads with our cars on them, go ahead, links in the descriptions. Take care now.